So we are actually probably about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks removed from when this news hit, or not really news, kind of a confirmation slash this is what started all the speculation whether we're going to get the actual Illuminati in the MCU. Now I waited a little bit of time just because I wanted to get a little bit more of the trailers, and specifically for that IMAX preview that was happening with Doctor Strange, to kind of talk about this, to see what he could possibly mean, and for them to kind of confirm some more elements that were going to be in Doctor Strange, like Infinity Stones, time travel, things like that. I really wanted to know so I could kind of base an argument on whether I think this is going to happen or not. So what I'm talking about is a couple weeks ago, there was a Doctor Strange set visit that happened much earlier in the year. This is how it usually goes, and then these people are told to write their article, and then they have to literally sometimes sit on them for up to 9 months. It's kind of ridiculous, but a few big outlets got to go out there, and specifically IGN got to talk to Doctor Strange himself. Benedict Cumberbatch asked about some of the elements of the movie, some of the things down the road in the future, what could be happening, and things like that. Well, he had an interesting quote that he said. He says, and I quote, "I'm excited to see the Illuminati and whatever else might happen, how that works and where it ends up." Now, obviously, for many of you that don't know, the Illuminati is a top secret group that works within the MCU. These guys try to keep their existence, very secretive, and they're kind of running in the background, trying to make sure nothing goes too far out of the way. Now, there's been a lot of members since the Illuminati's first inception in 2007. Some of the more notable members would include Iron Man, Professor X, Black Bolt, Namor, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Namor. That's just to name a few. Of course, there's Captain America, there's Beast, Sentry. There's quite a few members, but this is one of the interesting things about the Illuminati, is how they have a rotating cast of members and how they deal with this. So this just got me thinking, what way could they use the Illuminati? How do you make these guys work in the confines of the MCU? I mean, let's be honest, they don't have Professor X, they don't have Mr. Fantastic, they don't have Beast, so it's a questionable thing. But like the rest of the MCU, I think you have to go with what you have and you have to adapt to it. Obviously Black Bolt isn't going to be in it if it does take shape yet, because the Inhumans, they're on Earth, but the Royal Inhumans aren't out there yet. We haven't gotten their movie yet. So if there was to be an Illuminati, how would you deal with this, honestly? How do you do it? And in my opinion, I think you do it after Avengers Infinity War. Because let's be real, they're going to defeat Thanos and they're going to have all the stones. What do you do with them? Well, we got to protect these. So who do you use? Well, we're going to use Doctor Strange. We're going to use Black Bolt down the road somewhere. They could keep an extra stone here or there, but they could probably use Star-Lord. They could use Iron Man or Captain America. They can use Black Panther and Wakanda. And who's to say that maybe Captain Marvel can't have one, or who's to say that Namor isn't going to make his big screen debut in Infinity War Part 2, whatever that movie ends up being called, and helping them. They're like, oh wow, maybe we should send one of these stones to Atlantis, And honestly, I think it's a smart way to go. I mean, think about what's happening. After Thanos, how much do you really have that you can go with? I mean, you can't be like, well, Dormammu's now going to try to, rejigger his own Infinity Gauntlet. It's like, no, you can't do that because the gauntlet has been built up for like 3 phases now. So you can't redo the same thing. So you need a new direction. But to keep it safe, you could put that in the back burner, keep it with the Illuminati, maybe even give us an Illuminati movie, or have them form in some way, shape, or form during one of the movies. And they are the secret, they're really top of the line secret organization that not even the Avengers know about. Like, one of the Avengers is a member, but they don't know that he has another thing that he's more loyal to, because this thing protects the entire universe. And then this opens you to down the road them being exposed and them having inner conflicts, and once again that deals with the whole personal issue, just like Civil War did. So honestly, I think it's a great way to do it, and I think they should do it that way. Now, obviously people are always going to complain about some of the missing members, and who's to say that some of these members aren't going to be coming into the MCU sooner rather than later, if you really look at what's happening. So it could happen. I think it might happen, but it's not going to be for a couple years. So I'm definitely excited, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts, and I'm definitely interested to see what you guys think about it.